Take my multi output to the proper thing. I'm gonna go log into my chat. I go log my chat. I think Salem should be here. Yeah. One second, I'm gonna go get my phone so I can stalk my chat. Okay. Welcome. Okay, we are live. Okay, there's Zeph. I'm gonna go stalk my own stream. Just in case. Just in case. Alright, here, can one of you guys talk really quickly? Oh, mother. Good thing I tested this now. Multi-output. Thank you. Okay. Try talking again.
Hello.
Ah! There we go. I'm glad I checked that. Zev, that is a threat right there, bro. That is a freaky.
I'm her mom's favorite.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking, because I think that'd get me in trouble. So, you guys ready for the most improv session I've ever done?
It's gonna be fine. It'll be great.
Alright. We are going to improv the proverbial frick out of this thing. So, hope you guys are ready.
Not quite.
It's fine.
Still need to give him a name.
Oh, that issue.
And some race features, but I'm almost there. I promise.
What are you playing?
Rogue.
Nice.
I had a feeling.
I figured it would work well with poison.
Yeah. Even
And
in
it was
like
an excuse to go back to Rogue.
Yeah.
I
get
don't know.
it.
What do you think would work best with poison?
Like class, race, what?
Well, yes, both.
Most of Poison's right hands have been rogues,
Okay.
of some kind or another. And species don't matter.
Excellent.
Species, it doesn't really matter for any of them, honestly. I guess unless your life's right hand, then you should probably be an elf or a centaur or a, what do you call it? Furbolg.
I forget what furbolgs are.
If you forgot about it, it's not important. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, those weird little guys.
Those weird little fricks.
Furbolgs are just easy to forget about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because who
It's
plays a
racist.
Furbolg?
Furbolgs are like a Minotaur's off-brand cousin. Or at least that's the best way I could describe it. I don't really know how to. Where is Salem?
I mean, she said that should be fine.
I can and will commit violence. Bumboy. Bumboy. A wimbo wep, 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 a wimbo wep.
Oh,
Wet, a wimbo wet, a wimbo wet. A wimbo wep, 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 a wimbo wep. A wep, a wimbo wep, a wimbo wep, a wimbo. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. What you do to me? Ooh, gotcha. What did you hold me? In your arms so oh no. It was alright. I'm gonna do the one thing that's probably gonna get me killed.
Racism?
Not that,
On
surprisingly.
Twitter?
No, that's another thing. I'm gonna call Salem directly.
for real.
Gentlemen, I salute you now if I don't come back alive.
You are a true soldier. We shall give you a Viking funeral.
Please do.
I ain't dissing. But how is she gonna catch up to you with those knees?
She knows where I live, bro.
But she got them knees.
Again, it's how it's...
You would be surprised. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm still on my be right back screen, right? Thank goodness. Hello?
Please leave your message.
Fudge! I got put on automated voice message. I got put on voicemail.
She's gonna have
Yeah.
fallen asleep like a loser.
Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Right, guys? We're fine.
We're chilling.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool. We're gonna try again. It's going on speaker. I'm gonna mute myself. Somehow I don't think this is working. Zev? Zev?
Yeah.
Maybe you should pull that little Black Ops mission of yours.
Time to DM the mother.
Please leave your message.
Fudge. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry, chat. We do stupid stuff. This is Jay we're talking about. I'm stupid. If I had any sanity left in me, I wouldn't make half the content I make.
The mother has been DM'd.
Gentlemen, we're going down with the ship.
No down, baby. Go down, down.
So, do we fear for our lives yet, gentlemen?
Every day.
Woo! Every day I'm
Vermont is
shuffling.
Seeing what she's doing.
Okay. So, we are sitting here with no players.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. We're fine, right, guys?
Not yet. There's so many spells.
Doomsday. Are you playing an
Are you
arcane
doing
trickster?
I'm gonna try.
Oh my lord.
I swear I had one before, but
No, I thought you did like an assassin and then a phantom.
oh yeah, I did Phantom.
Because Gandhi was an assassin
Gandhi was an assassin.
and Marty was a phantom.
It's true. I lost. I don't have Marty anymore. He's gone.
I have Marty still.
Okay, good.
The witch spell casting is so funny to me.
Yeah, homebrew. I was surprised when it was a partial caster.
Go back.
The thing is, what's really nice is that since it gains spell the same way wizards do, but it gains them as less as a rate, but that means that if you have your intelligence maxed out, you can have every single one of your spells prepared. You can have a spell list of 25 spells, that's where it kind of comes in clutch there. That you don't get as much of a rate, but in the end, it adds up.
Y'all.
I can't believe you had to
Aha!
go after your mother.
We did it! Mission complete!
Jay, I've been asleep.
Fair.
My mother woke me up.
That was not me.
I know that wasn't you. But Jack, sir, I have very choice words for you. I will personally fist fight you.
I tried calling you.
I'm also on a FaceTime with my boyfriend.
Fair.
And I keep my phone silenced. Calling me will not wake me up, respectfully.
Noted. So, who's ready?
Blue.
Oh, okay, it works. It works. I have the right mic. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is ready to just freaking
mentally or physically? Because I have not played a tiefling. I know you've given me a tiefling with 3 people.
I mean, tieflings aren't like they get some spells, but other than that, they're pretty basic.
Alright.
What's bothering me is just the fact that it's 3 people in one.
You didn't have to make like 3 character sheets. There were.
No, I know. I'm just saying 3 personalities and 1 personality, and 1 person is not an easy thing to keep track
Well,
of.
except those can be manifested as.
I know.
The one with the speed of that is.
I told you how this was gonna work. Anyway.
I know. I'm just reminding you. I did not have time to pick out everything.
Okay. Cool. Righty-o. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to a bonus chapter of Mystic Twilight. Yay! We're going down with the ship. This takes place not in the modern times of the campaign, but thousands and thousands of years ago. During, or, well, post the first major conflict that, rattled the world of, MT, which is to say the Primordial War. This was back when the deities did still actually wander the surface of the mortal plane. And as a result of this war, in which they did in fact end up fighting each other, the landscape of the world was forever changed to what you see in the current Mystic Twilight, which is 3 continents, 2 of which are known, the 3rd of which remains kind of a myth. And in the wake of the aftermath, Mystic Twilight lore states that the Primordials left the mortal plane shortly afterwards, and chose these kind of avatars, for lack of a better term, to act in their stead. These would become known as the right hands, the kind of eyes and ears of the deities on the mortal plane, so on and so forth. Kind of the meaning of the role would change subsequently as years went on, to a point where even the right hands would not be really a part of mortal life anymore. At least not to the extent they were in the beginning. In the current phase of MT, the right hands are more of just... people know they exist, but they're also kind of a myth at the same time. You know, a scary bedtime story and whatnot. At least until later. So, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves... I'm going to say... about... We are going to state 50 years post the Primordial War. The world is still recovering, and if you can imagine, like, if you were looking down on, like, a game map of the world of Mystic Twilight, you know how, like, in certain games there's, like, fog of war for areas that are undiscovered and such?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the universe of Mystic Twilight would be covered in this fog of war. Except it's not really a fog of war, it's more just whatever. There's... communication's been broken. Most major kingdoms and countries destroyed. And life does continue on, but the state of paradise that was present 50 years ago, or more than 50 years ago, has long since vanished. There's... the old world is gone. Let's put it that way. And we begin on the, well, let me decide first victim. Well, correction. We begin on the night of what I'm going to say is the summer solstice. And we're gonna roll for first victim.
Womp womp.
Whee. 2. E, you have your character?
Almost.
Okay, I will hold off. Alright, Salem. You're up first for introductions.
That's
Would- Would you like to introduce your character and what, who they are and what they're doing this fine night?
Oh, my first question, right, is just can I get away with introducing the main, the
Yeah,
one I'm
you
going to
don't-
be focused
okay,
on, 'cause I'm
okay.
not doing all three.
The other 2 show up after initiation.
Thank
You're fine.
Thank you.
You don't
so
technically
I'm
have them yet.
Yippee! Okay, great. So I'm playing this cute little tiefling druid. Jay, you're not gonna like me on the subclass.
Circle of Spores, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I realize
It's
I
fitting.
less hate the class and more just have a dislike for the person who played it.
Which is totally valid. But it's really funny now because I get to you're not gonna like me whenever I pick it, which is fine.
All right.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm playing this cute little tiefling, the Circle of Spores druid. I'm going to assume she's probably out roaming and wandering. We're gonna be exploring. That's what we want. I want to explore and see how awful this is.
All right. I'm gonna roll a d20 for which yeah, I'm gonna roll. Hold on. How many deities do we have? 1 second.
There's only one I ever want to encounter.
Oh, I know. I know you, but I have to remind myself so I know what number of dice to roll.
There,
Okay.
I can start
Death,
listing
Shadow,
all of
Poison, Fear, Curse, Dark Aether, 6. And then Air, Fire, Earth, Water, Light, Life, Aether, 7. 13 in total, I think. Does that sound right?
I think so.
That sounds right. So we're just gonna roll a d12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you find yourself,
Do you think after all the writing we did for like right hands and deities, we'd know how many there are? But I don't know.
No. At least not off the top of my head. I know all of them by name, I just never counted. Right. So you find yourself wandering what is essentially a... Kind of find yourself in the outskirts of an old fishing village, or I guess new fishing village. As things have kind of receded, the ocean lines have changed. And in the process, how old is your character? Really quickly.
That's a great question. I don't remember.
Are you older than 50?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't have been there.
She is 26.
Okay, so you definitely would not have been there.
She's young. You pick a character and play them that's over 50. That's cute, actually.
Okay,
Elves.
so you've heard that however many years ago, the entire world changed. You've grown up in this new world. This seems normal to you. But yeah, you find yourself kind of wandering the ocean line, we'll say. You doing anything in particular?
Hmm?
Are you doing anything in particular?
You know what? She's gonna go see if she can be helpful. She might be a bitch. Not that much of a bitch.
I look at you now, audience, and say, these three characters are going down in the history of Mystic Twilight. So, we're gonna get what we're gonna get, and that's gonna be the official. Anyway.
I can be serious. I'm just not good at it.
It's fine. Okay. You know, roll a d20. Okay. Let's try something else. The dice say what the dice say. As you come to the village head, you would notice, being the summer solstice, it is in fact a festival night, essentially. The entire week leading up to the summer solstice is actually a festival, at least at this point in history. So on, so forth, whatnot. In this village, there seem to be, the most commonly depicted thing are, fish, serpents, creatures of the deep ocean, and whatnot. Very much the iconography of, a place that will eventually become one of the port cities.
Mm-hmm.
So, you find yourself wandering.
Man, is there nothing for a girl to do to be helpful? Jesus.
Let's see what happens next. Oh. You begin to hear whispers in your own head.
And now I'm going crazy.
Can you really quickly send me what your two spirit creatures are, if you've decided those?
I haven't. I was just gonna let you decide because
All right.
you ask a lot of me, sir.
Okay, then I have to ask you, on a technicality, which aspect is your character of the three?
She's a Circle of Spores druid who is a technically chaotic evil character. She's not a nice person. I kind of want to serve Teal just because, Ayla gets away with Az and Deirdre. Kind of want to go for the other head.
If that's what you want. Cool. Right now the whispers are indistinguishable. And
Indistinguishable.
yes. You cannot tell what they are saying.
Oh god, I'm going crazy.
Alright. Neato burrito. I'm gonna roll one more thing. And the longer you go on, talking, doing what you do, you look into an off alley by chance. And you see, much to your own surprise, a set of glowing purple eyes standing there. In the darkness, you can't see anything else, but you can tell that it's looking directly at you. Almost as if staring through your soul.
I've done some pretty harsh things. I haven't been a great person. Maybe I really am crazy. I'm just gonna stare back. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just going to intensely stare back.
Alright. Let's see what happens. You hear one of the voices in your head become clearer for a moment. With the word follow.
I follow you, you follow me. Which one is it, buddy?
You're under the impression it wants you to follow it.
You know, if you're not a real thing and I'm following some kind of hallucination, I look crazy, I'm just gonna have to burn the whole town down.
All right. So yeah, you're following it?
Yeah, she'll follow it.
Okay. Now I have to make a decision. Cool. Cool. All right, cool. We are going to, yeah, okay. You follow and suddenly there's a dead end. Nothing there. A dead end. And then you hear something.
I feel like I'm about to be attempted at unalived, but that's an awful decision for whoever that would make that one. Yes.
Oh,
Having an 8.
okay.
I don't like that you went, oh!
Okay.
I had to pause and then went, okay!
You hear a growl and you turn around, you spin, and you turn around just in time to see something crash into you. It knocks you to the ground, except you don't hit the ground. And instead, you feel this sickening shifting, like this really weird sense of vertigo, before you appear in, well, on an island.
What the hell?
In the midst of a void sea.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm going to kill that little creature, whatever it was. Where am I? Oh.
I'm gonna really quickly switch over to other people.
Womp womp.
No one said you came here willingly.
I know!
I
probably would have gone willingly.
Okay. So, Zeph.
What up?
Would you like to introduce your character and where they, and what they are doing right now?
We have Cordelia Win. We are a high elf in our late 200s, which feels weird to say. And we're messing around. Still late 200s. But anyways, we are messing around with the witch homebrew class, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And on this night, we are probably ignoring any and all parties and just researching in a little cottage.
All right. Where
That's
is your
just
cottage?
so
Are you like out in the woods, somewhere in the mountains? Like where?
Oh no, she's in civilization. She just doesn't interact with it that much.
Okay. So like, you're the village recluse, essentially.
Pretty much.
Okay. And you haven't been stated to have been into your 200s. You would have been around for the collapse of the world.
Correct.
Something
I've
that has
seen a lot.
been forever scarred into your mind. As you are one of the lucky few to have survived the changing of everything. You survived the mass conflict between the deities and their respective armies and those who followed them. You survived the cataclysmic changing of the world, of the world's geography. You've lived, which is a major accomplishment. And yeah, as you're studying, you would hear a tap on your window.
We're gonna look up and see what it is.
You would see a strange owl. I think. Was it an owl? I think it was an owl. Yeah. An owl. We'll go with an owl. You see a strange owl kind of standing on the edge there. Though, looking at it, it does not seem to be a normal owl by any means. It has these strange rune-like patterns along parts of its body, and its eyes seem to be glowing.
we're gonna walk. We're gonna open the door and then just kind of lean against like the windowsill as we look at it.
It's going to hop down onto your desk and then just kind of it stares at you.
Why aren't you an interesting fellow?
I'm gonna roll something. It moves closer to you. Like it is very intent. It has this look that is very unnerving. It seems to be staring straight through you.
I work with dead people. Not much unnerves me. We're just gonna extend a hand out towards it.
It hops forward again, and then kind of stretches out and touches its its head to your hand, and suddenly there is this strange howling of the wind, and you are teleported away. Which I can't. Are you used to teleportation magic by any means?
I mean, I have the spell teleportation circle, so I'd say I'm fairly willing with
All
it.
right.
It's not like I do it frequently, but it's not like it's a new experience.
Okay. Cool. Neat. You are whisked away and brought to this plane of existence, very unfamiliar to your own. Standing on an island among a sea of rippling magic, pure magic, the likes of which you have never seen.
We're gonna look around.
All right. And that's where we're gonna jump again.
I'm even gonna introduce myself to this girl.
1 second. E, are you ready?
I'm close enough. Yes.
All right. Would you like to introduce your character and who they are, what they do, and what you happen to be doing at this fine moment?
Okay, so my character's name is Threshnall. He's a Yuan-Ti. Yeah, he's an arcane trickster rogue. Currently, he is a very popular mercenary for a crime syndicate in a major city. And he's waiting for his next target. So he's just chilling on top of a building right now.
All right. Cool. I am going to have you. Can you roll me perception really quickly?
Yeah. $31.
31?
Yes.
Okay, I wish I could have dragged this out longer.
I can roll again.
No. The dice tell the story tonight. You feel a sudden stabbing pain in your hand.
Wow.
And looking down, you would see what looks like a golden scorpion that has latched on and stung you.
Huh? He's just kind of in disbelief that something was able to crawl onto him without him noticing.
A moment
And
later,
in pain.
a moment later, it begins to glow aggressively, and you feel a sudden lurching in your soul as you are dragged from the mortal plane into I don't think there's any use hiding it. The primordial plane. To an island surrounded by a sea of magic. for going back to everybody, you guys find yourselves now, around, right? And you know what? You guys go. Salem, remind me your character's name.
Never said it in the first place. I was really wondering how long it'd take you to ask for that. I forgot to give it to you. Her name is Navari.
Okay. We've got Navari. Zeph, what's your character's name?
Cordelia.
Cordelia?
Cordelia.
Okay, so we've got Navari, Cordelia, and Threshnall. Alright. So yeah, you guys find yourselves abruptly dropped into this strange place. No idea why, when, or how. And yet here you are.
Are we, like, relatively close to each other?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What kind of scorpion was that?
No, you were
So I see.
hold on, so you were bitten by a scorpion? I was crashed into by I don't even know what. That
Are you
hurt.
real?
I don't know, some giant lug of hair.
Well, it appears that something happened to all of us. You, Scorpion, you, whatever happens, and I was visited by an owl.
I'm sorry, you had a scorpion bite, a nice little visit with an owl, and then I get nearly toppled? How is this fair?
Well, not everything is going to be fair, but I think it's more important that we figure out where we are and why exactly we're here.
Alright. Two more glows appear on the island. As, well, actually, a strange, cyan, like, corrupted cyan kind of color shows up for a brief moment before out walks, this kind of deep cyan blue-gray, tiefling woman wearing a rather nice dress. And from the other thing, which seems to be a pool of living darkness, appears a tabaxi. A black-furred tabaxi with piercing blue eyes, wearing a, well, not blue, actually, no, he's got gray. Piercing gray eyes, wearing what you would assume to be monk robes.
Oh. And who in the bloody hells are you?
I imagine we had a similar encounter to us.
Maybe he's been here, and he's the one that brought us all here, and he can explain what's happening. Who in the bloody hells are you?
The tabaxi pauses, and instead of hearing a voice out loud, you hear one in your head. Xenovis. Who's
you
asking?
are. I am. You are a creepy little rat bastard. I like it.
He just kind of blinks and tilts his head. While the tiefling walks up and is like, Anura. You are?
I don't want to be here. That's who I am. Navari.
Pleasure to meet you.
You are too friendly, hon. Too friendly. So when do we get to go home, is my question.
It's the tabaxi who's gonna answer. Like, if I have any idea, no time soon. As then, another glow appears. This time, this crackling, destructive energy that seems to, like, rip apart the fabric of reality around it. Before out walks a human man with medium length, dark, medium length brown hair, and this unkept beard. It's not a long beard. It's like close to the face, but scraggly. This guy looks like he was dragged off the streets.
Well, you are sad, sad, sad looking.
Right.
An array of sunshine! That's going to be so much fun.
You just Thresh, how often do you work with other mercenaries?
Not often.
Okay.
Like, maybe like once a year.
Roll me a history check at disadvantage.
Ooh. 7.
He seems familiar. You can't put a finger on it, though.
Zam.
Alright. Okay. Back to you guys for a minute.
So, did you have a interesting encounter with an animal, or whatever this one ran into?
I followed some strange creature into a dead-end alleyway. I turn around and something crashes into me. I think I bruised my ribs. It hurts.
No offense, dear, but if you're following strange creatures into alleyways, you might need to reconsider your choices.
I'm already crazy. By a lot of people. Like, consider not just I'm saying this to say it. I mean, a lot of people have called me actively crazy, insane, criminally insane. I have, someone tried to arrest me at one point. That was interesting. I figured, you know what? If the day was the day the gods decided to kill me, the day was the day, and I decided to see what my hallucinations were up to today. I just didn't actually expect there to be consequences. There almost never is. Ow.
More time goes on. And the next things you notice are a strange rumbling followed by a blast of heat and the sound of water. Looking up, 3 more individuals have appeared.
Oh my god, how many of us are there?
You would see a red dragonborn, fairly muscular, fairly muscular male dragonborn, red, who seems to be wearing some kind of armor. Freak. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, losing my mind.
Did you know what he was doing, part 97?
Ouch. I'm trying to find the word for it. What do you call them? Oh, yeah. A really tall Goliath male.
Oh, Jesus.
With green tattoos running the length of his body. And then someone you can't tell what race they are, because they are covered head to toe in strange armor. That's kind of like this bluish green, or like this deep sea green, and who's just kind of standing there.
You know, one normal day, that's all I ask for in life, and what do I get? Not that. Hello.
Hello. It's the Dragonborn who steps forward. Like, hello.
Well, you brought here by
heard
some
it.
strange reason, and you don't know why. Please say yes. Actually, no. Please say no, so that I can demand questions and answers. No, demand answers. That's the phrasing.
I actually do know why I'm here, surprisingly enough.
Oh, that's not fair. You get to know and we don't.
Would
Why
you mind
here?
sharing with the party?
You'll find out soon enough.
Why can't you just tell us? That would make my life, personally, so much easier.
And spoil the fun. The Goliath speaks. I think not.
Oh, you?
I know you just
Navari's
met
gonna
me,
do that
but I'm
motion you do when you're really short, and she's gonna kind of like lift her hand up from her forehead up and back for a minute. You were a tall motherfucker.
Charisma can be like, well, when you're in a profession like me, you learn patience isn't always that much of a virtue. And she is going to pull out her spell book, and it's going to magically flip open to the page, and we're going to cast Gios.
What does Gius do again?
You place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain it from some action or course of activity. So basically, I can have it tell us. So if the creature can understand you, it must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed for you for the duration. While it's charmed for you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions.
I'm sorry for you.
I love when the DM goes, "I'm sorry for you," and not just "I'm sorry." Specifically for you. He's sorry for you, Zeb. How do you feel?
There is this sudden rippling of energy.
Whoa.
As your spell fails. For some reason, which you're like, that's not right. And you just hear this hissing voice. It's like, there will be none of that.
Party? Oh, I'm sorry. What just happened? What did you try to do? I like you already. What did you try to do?
Cordelia will take a
what-
deep time
what
to
did you do?
do the dramatic clack close of the book as she just slides it back in its place. And then she'll be like, just some spell work. Nothing too fancy.
I like you. Can we be friends? I like you a lot.
I'm sure, that's not something I usually hear. More people are more afraid of me than they are wanting to be my friend, but I guess I can't say no.
I like you. You seem like a fun person to talk to.
Alright.
And God's above knows I'm going to need someone to talk to after this. Someone who can at least relate a little bit, because if I go into a new village and try to talk to someone, I'm going to seem like a mad woman. Again.
A moment later, there are two more ripples in the fabric of existence. One, a brilliant flash of light. The other, this shift of red fog. And,
Wow. Guess we'll never run out of new ways to meet new people, guys.
1 second. Oh yeah, I know what I was doing for these two. Alright, so out of one, you would see, out of one steps a female owlin with these white feathers. Pristine white feathers. What appears to be some, golden kind of paint and whatnot. She's wearing these nice robes. And out of the other are... Ordelia, what did you spend most of your time studying?
Most of my research was done towards death, what happens after death, and as well as the human psyche and dreams.
Okay.
That's so silly, goofy, cute. I love it.
I want you to really quickly roll me a d20. This will be a fate roll.
Just a flat d20?
Yep.
Watch, this son of a bitch is not going to be alive.
It's going to be an 11.
Fate is in your favor. You recognize
Let's go.
what species this person is.
Did you bring Nightwalkers back?
It's not a Nightwalker.
Oh,
They do
Considering
exist.
my orc-
They do exist in this world. Yes.
What is it?
Demi Wendigo. Female Demi Wendigo.
Oh.
Cute.
Well, we don't see
I
many
love
of
Jay
your
bringing
kind
in his
often.
homebrew races. It's so much fun.
I spend a lot of time on those. I hope you guys know that.
I know you did. I heard all about your time. I'm just saying, I think it's so much fun when you do.
And so yeah, this Demi Wendigo with deep black fur and this very elegant set of pristine white horns, antlers, correction, have all these little bits and bobs dangling from them.
You brought in horn dangles!
And yeah.
I'm having too much fun today.
And so the circle is complete. And you all find yourselves just kind of standing there.
Wow. Goodness.
Question: Do we know how many gods there were? Is that just common knowledge?
That would be common knowledge.
One,
There will
two,
be
three,
or
four,
there
five.
is.
That's a very select number of people.
If you haven't noticed, 12 of you, 13 gods.
But with what I'm
Where's
thinking,
number 13?
correct?
If there is a 13.
We should be expecting one more.
Are we sure? Maybe they won't pick one. What? I mean, if we're going off of apparently that theory that a lot of us seem to share.
Well, I guess a god like Aether wouldn't choose one. If they are choosing something, of course.
It's one Xenovis is
I
gonna
don't-
perk up a bit.
No.
Like, everybody, maybe turn around.
What if I don't want to? Personally, what if I choose not to? Because the way you said that does not give me a vote of confidence.
I'll turn around.
She's gonna
Alright.
turn around. She's just gotta be a little dramatic.
As you guys turn around, you see emerging out of the void the primordials themselves.
Oh, what in the
First,
absolute
wait,
balls?
no, I'm not done. First strides Aether, this like wolf seemingly made of the night sky itself, like brilliant, like nebula colors and like the stars reflected in its pelt, glowing eyes and a symbol on its forehead. As it steps out, followed by who was next? Followed by this massive owl with runes covering its body, its eyes glowing and whatnot. Wind. The surface of the void ripples, and next is water. This massive sea serpent creature that is bigger than anything any of you have ever seen. A blaze of fire erupts off to one side, and you would see this giant fiery hound stride out of the flames. The earth rumbles, and thus appears a massive turtle-like entity, which seems to have an entire ecosystem coming from its back, or from its shell. And then, a moment later, a brilliant flash of light as what appears to be a saber-toothed tiger with, like, gold and white fur, like, appears just in this flash. And then another creature, seemingly this tall elk, kind of just walks out. From the opposite side, you hear a large hiss as this serpentine entity with destructive energy coursing along its body, an inverted aether symbol on its forehead, and these rock-like spikes sticking out of its hood and along its back appears, followed quickly by rising up from the abyss, this titanic skeletal dragon with 3 heads, each with glowing purple eyes. A red fog shrouds another portion of the island as what appears is not an animalistic creature like many of the other gods, but this amorphous mass of red smoke, and then a mask-like face. The most terrifying visage you have ever seen. Large fangs, hollow eyes, seemingly carved of wood. And then a rattling as a massive gray carapaced scorpion appears, followed in turn by the roiling of shadows as a cat, obviously Titanic, seemingly made of living darkness, emerges with glowing white eyes. There's a howl, or rather a roar, and following is this massive wyvern-like creature with 4 eyes instead of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been encircled by the gods of the Mystic Twilight universe, the Primordials. Take it away, guys.
Not Cerulean. Cordelia would whistle. Like, they both start with C and they're in the same universe. Leave me alone. She would whistle and be like, it's not every day. Because for these kind of took their leave for a bit.
Navari's gonna point to the, the one I would obviously point to. I don't think I need to say it. She's like, I want that one. If we get to pick ourselves, I want that one.
Well, I don't know about you, as you claim you don't see, but I'm guessing by, the scorpion and owl, they've already picked us.
That's depressing. I like the dragon, though. He's fun looking. Maybe. I don't know his personality.
That's when you hear the voice. That seems to echo from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. The voice of Aether. Welcome, ye of chosen faith. I trust your journeys were well.
Mode. Waiting for the
Surprisingly, quite a few of them nod.
Oh. I don't suppose you are going to explain why exactly you called us here.
In due time. You have been summoned to this plane because you have been chosen.
Chosen for what? I kind of assumed we were chosen, but for what exactly? If we might be so inclined to ask.
In our absence from the from the mortal realm, we have each decided to pick a champion that will represent us on the mortal plane. Each of you has been deemed worthy by one of us to carry out this burden and this honor.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask a loaded question here, but one of you looked at me and said, "Yes, that one. I want that one."
You hear the voice in your head again. I think it might be wise if you didn't talk.
Creepy motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh, my apologies. I can't talk out loud.
I still think it's creepy. Cool, yet creepy. Forgive me. But it is the first thing I said to you.
If you don't mind me asking, by what criteria did you choose us?
Each of us had our own criteria. Those of you seem to have met said criteria. You are believed to be fit for the tasks you will be given, and for the honor, that which will follow. As
I'm not saying I will. Well, what should happen if we, I don't know, decline?
I was about to ask, what happens if we say no?
That's when, again, you will hear the Xenovis. I don't think we have much of a choice.
Well, I wasn't asking you, but that works.
There's kind of this chuckle from Aether. You will each be given new armor, new weapons, worthy of your status. And you will be bestowed with power beyond mortal limits.
Status and power.
However, you will henceforth serve the deity that has chosen you. You will heed their words and do as they request. Should you be deemed insufficient, you may lose what you have yet to gain. Is this clear?
Dude,
I suppose so.
okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with it.
The creature, Aether, smiles. Very well then. We shall proceed. And I'm going to really quickly use one of the NPCs as an example. Aether kind of looks off to the side. It's like, shadow. And the cat, made of seeming darkness, walks forward. Step forward, Xenovis. And he pauses for a moment, looks around for a bit, and you see, for those of you who are watching, this very strange, look across his face. And then, if you want to, try and determine what it is, you can roll, insight or whatnot.
Can I?
Like,
I want to, please.
Alright, go ahead.
Insight is,
It's a wisdom
Wisdom.
skill.
wisdom?
Yes, it's a wisdom skill.
Yay! Are you so good at wisdom?
That's a 19.
Alright.
That is a 24.
There's, for a moment, this...
No, 25. I did my math wrong. 25.
Alright. There is, for a moment, this... The look that crosses his face is reminiscent of someone who is like, forget, I have nothing left to lose. It's this weird hostile yet accepting look. There's I've got nothing left to lose. Why not watch the world burn?
Ooh, you are a violent, scary little boy. Well, that's fun. I like him. I'm liking a lot of you guys. Also mildly hating one of you.
Yeah, he walks over and kind of this shadow cat stoops down and touches its nose kind of to his forehead, and there's this ripple of ghostly fire as he's no longer wearing monk robes, but like these ornate kind of this like kind of robe cloak mix. You guys have seen the reference image for Xenovis, I think. It's here somewhere.
I've seen it at some point.
Aware of what it is. It's just been a hot minute.
These like deep black robe, like, because I don't know how any way other to describe it than robes. Like, obviously, like pants, shirt, cloak, kind of cloak poncho mix, kind of covering the upper body. You get it. You get the point. You've seen the reference image.
We get the gist.
With this hood kind of coming up over his head. In his hand appears a strange staff made of gray wood that has been carved very intricately. And you just hear Xenovis Talvari, right hand of shadow. You will be the first of your kind. And the others, it has been deemed, shall follow your lead. And he kind of bows once. And surprisingly moves to stand next to the deity. Next.
Now, before we continue, I do have one more question.
Speak.
Will we be allowed to continue our old lives as long as we comply with our duties?
Yes. In fact, you will all be sent to walk the mortal world. You will be our eyes and ears, as well as instruments of our will. But during times you are not needed, you are more than welcome to continue your old ways.
I didn't really have much of a
Very
life.
well.
For some of you, this may mean more than others. Well, for some of you, there will be the chance. Others of you, there may be much work in your future.
Oh, goodness.
And, all right. And then from the light side, Owlin steps forward and is, kind of reaches out a hand, towards the large saber-toothed tiger. And the same process kind of repeats. Her clothing becomes more ornate. She's not given a staff, but you would notice the necklace she's been wearing around her neck has changed. And the golden markings have also become, like on her feathers, have become more intricate. And she goes to stand beside Light. I'm gonna roll to see which one of you is the victim.
Dun. Fun, fun.
That's 4. That's a reroll. It's 4 again.
Omp.
2. E.
You should have just made 4.
Yes.
You, Threshnall, you hear the massive scorpion speak your name. Approach.
I step forward.
Alright.
Irony.
It reaches out and carefully touches a claw to your head. And there is a surge of energy, the likes of which you have never known. Your proficiency bonus is moved to +8. And 2 stats of your choice can be increased to what was it? 26.
Oh.
Dude, that's gnarly.
All right.
You guys wonder why Grim has a +16 to hit? This is why.
It doesn't surprise me. I can still make the flat out comment that it's gnarly, dude.
All right. Thresh, your outfit's also upgraded to whatever you see fit. More intricate, better armor, whatever. Like, go for it, mate. However you want your appearance to be, just let us know what the change looks like. If you need some time to decide, that's okay.
Sorry, go.
Yeah, okay. If you need a minute, I will do that. Next comes the right hand of fire in Faris. And that's spoken by the Hellhound. Hellhound, figuratively speaking. The red dragonborn.
The closest thing to a hellhound we got.
Yeah, the dragonborn steps forward, and again, the same process repeats. Though for a moment, it almost looks like he's immolated by fire. Before, this heavy, ornate, full-plate armor appears on his body. Large pauldrons, an ornate war hammer appearing in his hand, and this large round shield in the other. And next would be Cordelia. You hear your name spoken by the large owl.
Cordelia would take a deep breath before stepping forward.
All right. Are you making any motion to, like, meet your deity halfway?
Yeah.
All right. Are you, like, outstretched hand, or, like, what?
Yeah, I'd say just an outstretched hand. Yeah.
The owl reaches out a wing and touches your hand, and you feel a surge of energy like no other. You may increase 2 of your stats to 26. Yeah, you may increase 2 of your stats to 26. Your proficiency bonus to +8. And, yeah. Your outfit becomes way more ornate. And your weapons seem to have been upgraded too. Do you want to describe that, or?
Well, the only weird thing is that she is a spell build, meaning she doesn't really have a weapon.
Well, your spell book.
Outfit-wise, the base appearance of it doesn't look, except these gold spiralings kind of appear around her skirt, and on her hat, this rune engraved feather would just be appear on the brim, and then the final detailing would be full arm spiraling bracelets just appear on her arms.
Nice.
And then lastly, her spell book now has the same rune engravings as Wind.
All right. Cordelia. Right hand of wind. Take pride in your knowledge of magic, for it may be your main source of study from now on. There are many things that even we have yet to understand.
She would just do a small nod before standing at the side.
All right. The next few Next, you hear the name Alcrazi. And the Demi Wendigo steps up. And is kind of enveloped in the red smoke. Before, as she emerges, the dangles from her horns have gotten seriously more ornate. You would notice, crap, I did not have an outfit for her. I will... Whatever. Her outfit has become more ornate, with a lot of engravings from, like, the fear element. Like, there's bone iconography, so on, so forth. I will tell you guys, like, what her actual outfit is later, because I don't have one. But, and she kind of walks to stand beside Fear. Something to note, her weapon of choice seems to be this large, scythe-like thing that is very spiky, very intimidating. So remind me your character's name again.
Me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Navari! I don't even pick hard names!
I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember a lot of stuff. Navari, you hear not one, but 3 voices.
Oh, what the fuck?
And they each speak in turn. Is Navari from one, Step from the other, and then Forward from the third.
Okay.
Turning around, that was from the Titanic Bone Dragon. Which many
But anyways, okay.
Which many of you will know as Death.
I love my bone dragon. She will step forward, and she clearly did not expect 3 different voices. That was very strange in my head.
They smile, like we are.
Oh, Bone, smile.
We are Death.
I'm learning so much today.
And you have been chosen by us, though you are not alone.
Not alone. There's only one of me. I'm not sure what you mean.
A moment later, well, actually, no. The main head kind of moves down and, well, not even moves down, it reaches out one of its bone paws and kind of just taps a talon to your forehead. And you feel a massive surge of energy. Once again, your proficiency bonus is increased to 8. You can increase 2 of your stats to 26. And your outfit and spellcasting implement, weapon of choice, etc., etc., have been updated. Care to share?
Very painfully simple clothing, because, like, roughing it in the wild, didn't have a place to go, was just kind of... Ornate is not her deal, so she's kind of looking at herself like, I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, that's great, that's cute. Do you have names? I'm sorry, the idea of just calling you Death repeatedly sounds sad.
The middle speaks first. Azrael. The middle aspect. Or as some would say, time.
Oh, okay.
Then the larger head, the right head, speaks. Deirdre. Aspect of mercy.
Like dying in your sleep?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And then
That must make you bloody.
Tiavel.
Oh, you're going to be fun.
Aspect
I
of
like
cruelty.
Oh, you're going to be fun. You're going to be so much fun.
There's a smile. It's like, and then, something swirls off of you. Like, you feel a tug, kind of at your soul as two things spiral out into these, two ghostly creatures. One made of black fog. Well, the other, some kind of odd whatever. You would notice the one made of black fog seems to be this jackal-like thing, this phantom jackal. And the other, a large raven.
Do they have names?
Not
How many
at the
names am I
moment.
gonna have?
They would be
Not at
yours
the
to
moment.
name.
Mine to name.
They are part of you.
Yeah, that's. Was there? That okay? Huh? I have this tiny deathly versions of me. That's cute.
What was the
What's the
old
lot
saying? You can't have one without the other two.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Do they have their own unique personalities and everything, or are they just like?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
The jackal
Oh wow.
is Mercy's, or Deirdre's incarnate.
And then that would make that thing.
Mine.
Yo.
And that's Az speaking.
So I'm the cruel one. Well, that's not surprising in the slightest.
There's a little bit of a chuckle. The jackal creature kind of moves over and proceeds to just kind of lick the side of your face
Oh my
before
god.
kind of just bunting its head against you.
That's gonna be a
While
handful.
the raven, which is also large, kind of just swirls around. Doesn't really do much.
This is going to be a handful and an adventure and a half. One more question, if I'm allowed.
Of course.
Why? Me. Why me? Why me specifically?
That one will be revealed in due time.
Patience is not a virtue I have, but okay.
It will be one you must learn.
So people keep telling me.
Alright. As it goes on, the rest of the names are called. There's, of course, Anura, who becomes the right hand to curse. And, Anura becomes the right hand to curse. I don't remember the names for the rest of them. And one by one, they become updated. Anura's dress gets significantly more ornate. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Fel is called, and looking around, you're like, who could have that name? It's the scrappy human male. At this point in history, he has not become a void entity yet. He's still very much human. And he gets this ornate hunter's garb and a very strange longbow. The elf's Water's right hand, his armor's updated. He gets an ornate trident. Earth's right hand gets an update. Yada yada. You get what I mean. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, and thus you find yourselves all standing in a circle. And deities look around. It's like, once per month, or however often Xenovis deems necessary, you will all meet to discuss the affairs of your work and of the world. Is this understood?
Seems pretty simple to me.
just been assembled into this really big council so you guys can keep an eye on the mortal plane. Even though you're almost omnipotent creatures.
We have chosen to remove ourselves from the affairs of mortals.
I'm just curious.
The destruction of the last war should not be repeated. And
It's fair
thus,
enough, I guess.
thus you will all act in our stead. You are mortals, or were.
What?
You hear Azrael. A boon of minor immortality. You can't die of old age, but you can still be killed, unfortunately.
Wait, does that mean I'm 26 for the rest of my life?
Yes.
At least I'll never have to worry about wrinkles.
Hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, depending on if you choose to retire or die. But such a time is far in the future. Well, perhaps you should all get to know each other as your first order of business. Yes?
Play nice. Okay.
So, respectfully, how would you propose we get to know each other? I mean, we're complete strangers, and I'm sure we all come from completely different walks of life.
Do I have to share a traumatic backstory or something?
You can only share what you wish to share, but you will be seeing each other often. The better you know each other, well, I think that's self-explanatory.
So it's we're being bullied into being nice to one another is what I'm comprehending.
No one ever said you had to be nice.
Don't tell me that, because I will be an absolutely not nice person if I know that information.
Welcome to the club. And that came from Xenovis.
You are a silly man. You are. I don't know how I feel about you.
He just kind of stares.
Okay, so now we have to play nice.
So, what do you guys do? It's on you guys now.
Are we still just chilling in?
You guys are still on the primordial plane. You've now officially been made right hands.
We get like magic weapons and stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
Each of your, well, for you guys, I did not do this with the other right-hand stat sheets I've been making, because that would make them too busted. Your weapons have become, +3. That includes spellcasting focuses.
What does that do?
You add 3 to attack rolls and damage. Made with that weapon. Yeah.
Okay, how does that work for spellcasting?
Alright, just add 3 to spellcasting mod and damage. It's same thing.
Ooh.
For you, Thresh, you gain the ability to coat your weapons in any poison of your choice.
Sorry, you cut out what?
You gain your weapons can now be coated in any poison of your choice.
I'll leave DC 24
and you are
as well.
able to determine like what you want it to do. So if you want a sleeping potion or a sleeping poison or like a paralysis or, you know, the who's it's and the what's it's, free poison for you. If you can
Awesome.
think it, it can be done. For Cordelia, you essentially gain the ability to cast 2 of your spells for free without expecting spell slots.
Is it just gonna be at the level of the spell, or is it gonna be at my max spell level, which is 5? Like how we play
Just
that?
the level of the spell.
Okay.
So I'm gonna state that any spell level, 3rd or below,
Does she?
you can cast. Like
Did she get
you
any-
can pick one. You can pick 2 spells. They have to be 3rd or below. You will be able to cast these for free at all times.
Fair enough. Would she also get any flying speed for being air?
Yes. You will gain, yes, a minor flight ability. Or the ability to summon wings, your choice. 45-foot movement speed in the air.
Does that come with hover, or do I need to stop?
That does
on-
come with hover.
Okay.
For Salem.
What's my name, Jay?
Freak it! I am so,
Navari.
I have too many names to remember. Navari, right?
Yes, thank you. God.
Okay. All
You're
right.
never gonna be able to live this down now. I'm gonna ask you every time.
Navari. You gain the ability to, once again, any spell level, you gain 2 spell. You can choose 2 spells, 3rd level or below. You will always be able to cast these. And no spell slots required.
Mm-hmm.
Your wild shape also gains the death touched status.
The what?
A status called Death Touched. When you deal damage in wild shape, it will you can choose to deal an extra 2d8 necrotic damage. And if you would like, anyway, yeah. Creatures killed by a death-touched attack will become a zombie under your command.
And that's cool.
So,
For flavor things, can I see little ghosties now? Can I see ghosts? Ghosts
Yeah.
and spirits.
you are able to see ghosts, and
Now you get to see the 5 ghosts that are chained.
I can now
to
see what's
Cordelia.
behind Cordelia.
yeah. And so yeah. Another thing for Thresh. You have
Yes.
gained the abilities, or the ability. You can move freely, like up walls, over to the ceiling, like you can walk on walls, the ceiling, whatever. It's good for you, mate.
Excellent.
So, yeah. I'm not dealing with champion forms tonight.
Oh,
If you
I
guys
would love
want to
We're gonna-
design your champion forms, at least appearance-wise, and give me the general gist of what you want them, and give me the general gist of kind of what you're going for, I might homebrew them later, but no promises.
Oh,
Are we bring
I
back these characters for later one-shots?
I mean, if you guys want to choose to do the exploits of what your right hands have kind of done in their time as who they were, we can definitely bring them back at some point.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Please. I'm falling in love with this girl. Anyway, so Rory's gonna kind of point to Cordelia and she's like, "You have ghosties on you. Did you know that?"
She would
Anyway.
do like the adult chuckling at a child chuckle. Like, yes, I am well aware.
You know, I might be young. I'm not all that young. Maybe. So I don't know how
Well-
long I'm supposed to live for. I just kind of spawned.
From the looks of it, I'm easily 10 times your age.
Oh, probably. Absolutely. You're an elf. I'm sorry, but you are old. by most race standards. Insanely old by human standards. I was just curious if you were aware of them. They're cute. They're so silly.
You find my spirit screaming in agony, chained to me. Cute.
No one ever said I was a good person.
I liked the pause there. It was just. I never said.
He never said I was a good person, and no one ever said I was a good. A lot of people have considered me a horrible, horrible person over the years. A creature spawned straight from hell, as some of them said. So, I don't know. I think it's cute.
I mean, on a technical account now.
They're not wrong, yeah.
So, what's the next?
Well, let's ask our great esteemed leader, the Catman.
Not leader.
Not me wanting to try combat.
Not leader. Archivist. That's technically what I'm supposed to be doing.
Archivist. Ooh, that means you have to write down everything we do.
It's better than being on the mortal world.
Don't remind me I have to go back down there. I like it here.
There's kind of this awkward look from a few of them. And then Zen is gonna shrug. It's like, everyone split to your respective sides.
Sides. I thought we were supposed to be friends here.
He rolls his eyes. Rest of you, follow me. So Navari and Threshnall, you guys, along with Zenovis, Anura, Kalrazi, and Fel, move off to one side, and this is me forcing you all to get to know each other.
Force proximity, Jay.
I mean, hey, you guys seemed fairly interested in half these guys, and this is the history of all of them, so yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just stating out that it's force proximity. That's what you're doing.
Yep. So yeah, Navari, Thresh, you're getting a closer look at your other companions, who seem to be dark aligned. Mm-hmm. It's for you guys, you have not only met this Zen character who doesn't seem to talk normally. There's a tiefling who's all too friendly, a human who doesn't want to talk, it seems like, and none of you have ever, I don't think either of you have ever met a demi-wendigo, so.
Have ever what?
Met a demi-wendigo, so.
Oh, probably not. So one hell creature, two hell creatures. Navarre's gonna point to the demi-wendigo. I don't know what you are, but I really want to be. You seem sweet. Enough. Sweet enough.
She's gonna raise an eyebrow. Sweet, hun.
I thought the screaming spirits were cute. And I cackled when I was called cruel. What do you expect out of me? Doll.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, most people would run away in terror seeing me.
See, now you really just make me want to poke you.
Don't.
I won't, out of respect.
If you want to keep your hands, then you won't.
Maybe I could just replace them with skeletal hands.
Again, there's a roll of the eyes.
Only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out. That is true. You are just a ray of sunshine, aren't you?
Who is that to?
The demi-wendigo.
Okay, Kalrazi.
To be fair, Navari, said her name wrong. Wow, okay. She only remembers, like, the names of three of them, which is Anura, Zen, and Fel. Because my autistic brain cannot determine what E's character name is, and I've heard them want to go one twice.
Alright. Xenovis is just going to silence, I think. Right. He's gonna look to you, he's like, and where are you from exactly? That was to Navari.
What do you say? Sorry, I had
he's like, where are you from exactly?
that's a great question. If I had an answer, I'd likely not give it to you anyways. I don't know. Actually, when I tell you, I feel like I've quite literally just spawned in the world, and that's it. I mean that literally. My memories go back about 6 years. That's it.
Yikes.
But I 6 years ago I was in this random village. I don't remember the name of it. But a lot of them called me a murderer, and I was covered in blood, so I just went with it. I went with it. That's it. That's all I can give you. Where are you from, sir?
Hardly matters, but
Well, you asked first.
an old monastery. It was burned to the ground.
That sucks. That's sad.
That's tough, dude.
He just kind of sits there, just unamused. Me realizing that Anura has the lightest-hearted backstory out of all these guys. Because she's just a noble kid who decided to frick off and... Anyway.
Sorry, Anura was a noble?
Yeah.
Singer at the time of Mystic Twilight, Epilogue Mystic Twilight, and here they're very different renditions of her, and I think it's so silly cute.
These are a lot of different renditions of people. Yeah, you are seeing the early renditions. Sorry, you're seeing the early renditions of Zen and Anura, as well as Fel. Yeah, and you guys are the rest of them. So, Navari, the jackal creature kind of appears again and just kind of, I don't know, it seems to have taken a liking to you.
The jackal creature likes her?
Yes. Because
Why are
that's
you so-
the mercy aspect. It's
Oh my god. It's like a child. I need to come up with names for you guys. I cannot just call you Jackal and Hyde. Nah, jokes. Okay. That's okay. I'm sorry, can we do names again? I've forgotten most of yours. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Xenovus Talvari. Don't use the last name.
I'm not gonna remember your last name anyways.
Anura just raised
So real for that.
Anura.
Anura, Xenovis, Ray of Sunshine.
Kalrazi.
I'm sorry, one more time. She's not hiding the fact that that is not a name she's gonna pronounce right the first time. One more time.
Kalrazi.
Oh, Razi?
I spelled it in the...
Oh. Oh, Karazi! Okay. You're getting somewhere. Okay. I'm gonna forget. I'm Kalrazi. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to forget. I'm sorry, not sorry. God, your parents gave you a hard name.
My parents are dead.
Ew, womp womp.
Into the club.
She just shrugged. It's like, what? You think I regret killing them? No.
Oh,
Hey,
you're
yo.
a murderer too. That's cute.
Based.
And a
Did
cannibal.
you eat them?
They-
You ate your parents? Does human flesh taste
Extra
good?
based. Yes.
To me it does, but I doubt it tastes good
You-
to anybody else.
Hold on. You were not the only person who said yes. I'm gonna point to E's character, whose name I also don't remember, and I don't know what the spell is.
Freshnall.
Rational?
Yep.
I retract my statement.
No, hold on. You said yes. Have you eaten people before?
Perhaps.
Do they taste?
They have.
Wait, new question. Do you cook them first or just eat them raw?
Yes.
Depends on the mood.
Kalrazi, how do you eat your people? Do you eat them raw or do you cook them first?
You think I'm gonna
Depends on
take time to cook
desperation.
things?
So you eat them raw and you sometimes cook them. Are they better cooked or raw?
That's
I'm
what
just
you eat.
curious.
Oh wait, what?
Are people better cooked or raw?
I guess it probably depends on which race you are. I'd say compared to some other races, people just aren't as good in general. But if you have to eat them, raw is definitely the way to go.
Raw is the way to go. Okay.
I like this
I'm a-
one.
Now I want to try that. Is that bad if I want to try it now?
Yes.
What race are you? I forgot.
She's a tiefling. There's kind of a flick of her tail as she's thinking about it.
Zena's just like,
I mean,
let's not.
What? It's interesting.
I
How
don't
often
need-
do you get to meet a cannibal?
people
You've
often.
met two now.
I have met two. That's why I'm so fascinated by this
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
conversation.
I don't eat Yan tea. I have
You only eat-
standards.
You only eat the snake people.
No, he doesn't eat the snake people.
Oh.
He's cannibal, not cannibal.
Wait, hold on. So you eat every other race but your own?
Yes.
You know, some might call that a hate crime.
This
That
is
is why I ate them.
absolutely started a stupid bit and now just has to commit.
I don't know what Jay expected. She is, in fact, chaotic evil. She is not a silly, goofy, nice person. So the fact of, like, eating people is interesting to her. Genuinely, she's interested. Well, I mean, it's just such an interesting way to die. And if I'm serving death, it benefits me to know some things.
I don't kill them with the intent to eat them. It's just if
Are
I
you-
have nothing else to eat.
Oh, so yours is survival. That's boring. Never mind.
Sometimes I have to dispose of evidence, but that's
I'm more interested
stick
in
to
the
beef.
Kalrazi.
Kalrazi. I swapped the Z and the R. Kalrazi, do you kill them with the intent to eat them every time?
Yes.
Do you start eating them while they're still alive, or do you wait until they're dead?
Slash their throat, they die, I eat them.
Oh,
Simple process, really.
I wonder if I could find somebody you've killed in the underworld.
It's not hard.
I'm not saying it's hard. I'm just very curious what they would have to say about being.
Well, I mean, most of the time I just scare them to death. Most drop dead before I even hurt them. And you see,
Yes.
like, her eyes flicker
Oh,
red for a minute.
You are a scary little creature. Little ray of sunshine. I like you. You are very fun. Oh, this is going to be a fun day.
Fun.
How's our actual ray of sunshine and Nura feeling about this conversation?
Anura's kind of just looks a little bit horrified.
Oh, little Miss Ray of Sunshine, I'm so sorry, but now you have to know me. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
You look disturbed by the cannibal conversation.
I
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Well, I would be
Navarians.
lying if I said it wasn't a bit perturbing, but
Perturbing. Fancy word. You must have come from a fancy house.
you could say that.
Most would just call it gross, but I feel like you would use grotesque.
Losing my religion.
Nura would, though.
That is exactly what Navari is calling her out on.
Alright, so as you guys are talking, we're gonna move over to Cordelia.
That's me in the corner.
Cordelia, you have met up with these other people. Yeah.
Cordelia is absolutely antisocial for the most part, so she is gonna just be there. She's existing. If she's spoken to, she responds, but
Right. They're just chatting along. I mean, I'm sure you could ask questions about any of them. There's the, well, there's the Dragonborn, the Owlin, as well as, the Goliath. The person, you still don't know who they are because they are covered head to foot in armor. I think that's about it.
remind me who is the armor person? Which right hand are they?
Water.
Cordelia would slowly walk up and be like, "Well, what's your deal?"
To the armored dude?
Who
Who are you talking to?
yeah, the armor dude.
Okay. It just kind of shrugs. Doesn't say a word, just shrugs.
What? Did you lose your vocal cords or something?
Just kind of stands there awkwardly for a moment.
Well, it's not a trick question.
I don't normally speak.
If you don't mind me asking, what's with the full set of armor you got there?
Oh, this. No. This stuff's new, apparently. Upgraded or something like that. It's. I spent a lot of time fighting sea monsters. For full plate, it's buoyant.
But you're not fighting sea monsters now, are you? So
Well,
why not take it off? Let yourself breathe a little.
I would rather not. But he pauses for a minute and like, oh, I suppose. And he kind of takes the helmet, twists it a bit, and pulls it off. Revealing.
Bro's about to be the hottest dude.
Revealing a sea elf. With long green hair.
See, fresh air. Not so bad, is it?
No, it's not. I suppose. Anyway. So, where are you from? Or what's your deal?
I'm from here and there. But I guess I'm just your everyday researcher. Researching death and what comes after.
And yet, the tiefling was the one chosen by the three-headed?
You see, I'm not the one who decided the criteria. I mean, death is not my only subject of research. I also study dreams and the stars. There's a lot. Some are specialties, some are just a hobby.
Right. Interesting.
I figured out the difference between Cordelia and Navari when it comes to death. Cordelia is there for the shits and giggles, and Navari is the autistic asshole who hyperfixated.
I can't say that that's wrong, though.
Cordelia
That's all I can think about.
Hers is due to interest and fascination about just what the afterlife holds, and yours is just like, haha, death.
Navari has a personal goal, which is so fitting for her, and it's awful, is to see how many ways of death she can discover before she dies.
Like, is she trying it on herself?
No, she's testing it on other people. She's just waiting until somebody, calls for her execution.
Well,
God damn.
That's what she's been doing the last 6 years, because she doesn't remember anything else.
I'm saying this now, the first right hands are, responsible for essentially, putting the world back in order. So you guys are, they can't call for your death, because you are the kinds of people that are going to become revered through all of history.
We have the power of God and anime on our side, okay?
Jay, I think I looked at you at school, and I was like, fair warning though, I don't think you're going to pick a very nice character to be Death's right hand, and you're like, that's fine. Yeah,
that's fine. I'm not expecting that.
Navari is this cruel. She doesn't remember the first 20 years of her life, which is a good thing. She only remembers the last 6. And so she's like, I'm a demon that spawned one day, and I'm running with it, because that's what people have told me.
Hence why you have the other 2 aspects to keep you in check.
Oh.
Are we doing any combat tonight?
Not tonight. I didn't have time to prep combat.
Sad. Big sad.
We'll get there eventually, which actually is kind of beneficial because I still have to update the sheet now.
Yeah. I was like, I do not have the time to prep for combat. But if we do continue these, one of those, you guys will get to go up against one of the Leviathans.
Because I have a fancy spell weapon that I want to show off that is exclusive to the witches.
And you'll get to fuck around and find out with it later, but, busy lives.
You guys,
not all of us are high school dropouts who pass the GED, okay?
Yeah. So, basically, you guys will get your champion forms at some point. If you would like to request other buffs, just because Zeph did and I okayed one, you can, whether it's buffs to spells or other features that you would like.
Jay, how many spells was I allowed to pick that I can cast without needing a spell slot for?
2.
2?
Would you like
Third
a boost
level below,
to
right?
that or boost to the level?
Well, no. Well, maybe. I just know one of them is, in fact, going to be,
I picked some funny spells for that. It's a great time.
one of them is absolutely going to be, Hellish Rebuke, because that's a 2nd level spell.
Just cast it.
Hellish Rebuke is first.
Hey, man.
Sweet.
You guys are, above mortals now. You get privileges.
I love having spell slot, Unchained counterspell. It's gonna be great.
I will look into it more, in depth later, but, I was just curious. I was trying to make sure I had the numbers and stuff right, so I wrote it down.
So what we're going to do from here is I'm going to have you guys talk to your deities individually, and then we are going to call it a night, at least for this one. I did want to get you guys just kind of introduced to the concept, is really what I was doing.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Cordelia. She seemed like fun.
You guys can go back and talk to each other. I'm not going to deny you that.
Sweet. As long as we're not asking to do any story progressive stuff,
No, you guys are not asking to be story progressive stuff at the moment. No. So yeah. As you guys break away from your groups, you're allowed to intermingle again.
Oh my god. Jesus. I'm going to find Cordelia.
Cordelia is just kind of standing there.
Cordelia! Sorry, you've been the most
Oh.
fun. I have a question for you.
Yes? What is it?
How did they become trapped to you? Because I think it's so silly.
Well, that's a simple answer. I bound them to myself.
You can bound souls?
Well, I mean, it's quite a process, but yes.
Do they have to be dead first?
Yes. I pull souls from the afterlife, and I rely on their experience.
You're a little shithead. I love it.
Okay. Okay. Just for a lore reference, this class is not showing up again in MT.
Correct. This
There's
is
a reason
a
for that.
Cordelia, because she is a right hand. She got
This is like a
fancy
Cordelia
stuff.
exclusive. If there were others of this class in the mortal plane, they
Yeah.
have since been killed off at some point in
Absolutely.
history. But whether by
Navari has killed a witch or two. Please tell me she gets to kill a witch or two in her right hand turn. Please.
as your time as right hand, sure. But
Yeah.
whether you kill all of them or another right hand of death kills all of them, the process
right-handed
of
death.
intervening in things in that way is over.
Plot
but-
twist. It's definitely Cordelia that kills them all after regretting dabbling in the dark arts.
You are so...
Listen, there are still necromancers and like phantom rogues
Just not
and whatnot,
like this.
but not this specific kind of binding from the afterlife, because that's removing people from the afterlife. Phantoms
They
do it
do what's
before
already
they
dead.
reach the afterlife, and necromancers are just reanimating corpses.
You're a very strange soul, and I like you.
'Cause I don't think Jay would have approved this if it weren't for being a right hand character.
Yep,
absolutely
exactly.
I wouldn't either, being honest. But it's cool.
I didn't honestly look that heavily into it, just because I was like, you know what, whatever.
The binding stuff is it gives, depending what, there's a list of spirits. Like, if you have this one
It's
bound
just,
to you,
it's one of those things
proficiency in
that
martial
becomes
arts.
really broken if you're not careful.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they're not many of them are very good. There's one that means you're
This is a post-session conversation, guys.
Yeah, anyway.
true.
So yeah.
Cordelia, I have more questions for you. Am I allowed to ask you questions?
I don't see why not.
Oh, you're going to be so much fun. How many people have you killed? If you've killed any at all.
I'd say more than I could count over my years alive, but in the last 50, 75 years, none.
But you've killed before. How have you killed them?
Well, do you really want to see the techniques?
Not on myself, personally. I'd like to live. I'd like to get to poke around with this newfound power. I'm trying to make a list, you see.
Well, if you're trying to find methods, I'm afraid I can't really help you with that.
I'm just curious. I just would just like a story time. Well, I'm trying to add to my list, and she's gonna pull out this really like thick scroll, and she's gonna unroll it, and it's real long. I mean, I've dedicated 6 years to this task. Like, if I can write new ones without having to commit more atrocious acts myself, that might be better for society. Otherwise, I will just keep going on my little rampage.
Well, if you really want to see my weapon, she would pull out her spellbook weapon again. It would magically flip open to a page. And then she sticks her hand out, and souls slowly seep up from the ground and form a scythe in her hand as we cast the soul scythe cantrip.
Fuck balls, you are scary.
You're not the first one to say that.
I think I'm the first person to call your chain souls cute, though.
Yes, that is a first. And as she closes her spellbook, her scythe would instantly disappear.
Alistair's all done through the book. Interesting. I wonder how
Now,
many...
hopefully, this is a mutual questioning period.
Mm. Hmm.
So, what do you find so fascinating about killing people?
I don't think I used to. I think I'm like over 20 years old. I'm assuming I'm over 20 years old, just based off of watching other races age and doing the comparison. I think I'm over 20, but I only remember about 6 years. So I don't think I was always like that, but I woke up covered in blood one day, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're a murderer," and I'm like, "What does that mean?" And like, "We killed someone." I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought that was just my assigned task, and I ran with it, and then it became fun. So I mean, no one said I was a good person.
I would say, I have to believe this if I want to have any redemption for myself, but bad actions don't make bad people.
So if you're getting the first like sketch of Navari, but she looks so sweet, and she is not.
What a gremlin.
Jay, I'll send it over to you.
Okay. My brain's already doing stuff with all of these characters. So oh wait,
What?
we don't have
Who do we not have?
Life's right hand.
Who is Life's right hand? Is it a player or is it a...
I think Nessa was going for that one, but
Well, she's there off in her own little world.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's fun, but there's also just a part of me that I don't know if you've ever strangled somebody, but personally, a little too intimate for me, a little too personal. But it's really interesting watching how just stole their eyes get. She's gonna plaster on this really sweet smile. She genuinely just thinks it's fun.
Whoever your parents were, I'm sorry for them.
I think I killed them, actually. I think those were the first people I ever killed.
That does not change my statement.
I don't think I was always a problem. I don't know. I had one person at one point say they were going to burn me at the stake, and then that just never happened. Because I killed them. But, also watching someone burn alive is not fun, and it smells really bad.
I would imagine.
Burning corpse. Not a pleasant smell. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Okay. That was my biggest question, is just, how you murdered people. I guess I can technically tack on a new murder. Or a new way of death. Also, I've met 2 cannibals today, and that is fascinating. Although they don't eat them while they're still breathing, so I can't write that down as a cause of death yet.
I figured eating anyone alive would kill them.
But they kill them first and then eat them. So then I can't write it down as a cause of death. It was the intention for death. Sometimes, not always, I guess. But, I can't write it down as a cause. Unless I go do it myself. I could do that. Wonder if it tastes good. Actually, I wonder if I even have the teeth for it.
Anyways, if you don't mind, as much as this has been nice, I do have research to get back to.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to use my deity, aren't I? I think that was the thing I was supposed to do. I think Xenobus told me to go do it, and I think I forgot about it. Never thought I'd be the kind to have a deity, and now here I am. Serving directly under one.
Are we doing, deity talks now?
If you want to, I'm gonna make it really quick.
I think that's where we are at.
Alright. As you guys kind of disperse, Navarra, you find yourself, walking the lower plains of, the underworld, kind of striding beside, Death.
Whoa. Do I get free range here? Am I allowed to just explore?
To your heart's content.
I'm going to ask every single person I encounter how they died.
Careful. You may be needed to help wrangle souls,
Well,
as well as deal with any rambunctious undead.
Well, I can do that. I'm just stating that I'd be very intrigued to find out how it sounds. I wonder if any of them remember being eaten.
As and Deirdre share a look of concern, Tiavel just starts laughing.
What? I met cannibals today. There's 2 of them. Did you know that? I guess one of them's technically not a cannibal. He wanted his own species, but some might say it's a hate crime.
It's unfortunate. Really.
Unfortunate. I think it's wonderful and fascinating. Fortunate. Not a word I'd use.
He said
They're like the most
unfortunate.
Oh. Yeah. I think it'd be so fascinating if any of them remembered being eaten. Then I could put it on the cause of death list.
I'm sure you could find someone.
Then I'm going on a manhunt for that one person. Actually, I want to see how many causes of death I can put on this list. I'm currently at 262.
There's clearly this look between Az and Deirdre, like, did we make a mistake?
And the answer is yes. Yes, you did.
Probably.
And then Az is just like, no, we have the other 2 with her for a reason. It's fine.
Well, to be fair, I only remember 6 years of my life. I don't think I was... Speaking of, do you know what happened the first 20 years of my life? I'm going based off of an estimate, of course.
I don't know your backstory, so no.
So, I will send that over to you later.
What happened the first 20 years?
Oh, she was a noble kid. Actually, fun facts. She was a good kid. Absolutely wonderful. Sorry to be wrong.
Az is just
Got hit in the head,
pause for
snapped.
a minute. Like,
Killed her parents.
do you really want to know?
Well, I don't know. I feel like a murderer is not the only thing I was in life, but it's the most fun thing I've been in life. Do I still count as alive?
Technically, yes.
But I'm not aging.
Still alive.
Okay.
You will...
Mr. Deity Man, I have a question.
Yes?
Have you killed anyone? And I don't mean like you've just decided death. You're death, right? Death incarnate. But like, have you or your other deity friends killed people?
There was the war 50 plus years ago.
So deity
yes.
death can go. So I'm at 263 now. Thank you.
Well, necrotic energy, plagues, killing them ourselves.
Well, that's what I want to know. If you've like actively just chosen to hit somebody and kill them, not like I cast death upon you because I am death incarnate. You know?
Yes. Stepped on,
Okay, great.
slashed, eaten, stabbed.
Stepped on. That's a new one. Oh, there's a couple I can put on here. 265-ish? Sweet. Thank you.
Deirdre has this look of, we very clearly made a mistake.
You let me have my chaos gremlin. This is a mistake on your part, eh? Hey, 100% she was great at her job and did exactly what she was told. So long as she was still allowed to have her fun, she didn't care. I guess I can take a break from this for now. What do I need to do?
Get to know the underworld for now.
I'm going to be questioning all the souls I encounter. I hope you know.
That's fine.
Wonderful.
Oh, and he's gonna, Az is gonna point off into the distance where you would see this massive citadel poking out of the ground. That is where you will find us, should you ever need us.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna move over to Cordelia. Cordelia, whatever.
Alright. Yippee.
But yeah, so you find yourself walking among this plain of clouds and sky islands and twisting spires and whatnot. This place in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, I guess, flying alongside your deity.
So, I'm sure you have some sort of orders for me.
I suppose. There's an interesting development on the mortal plane I'd like you to look into.
Alright. Hopefully you can provide me some more information.
Yes. Hybrid magic types. There's mortals who are able to combine two elemental magics, not to create just a specific effect, but a new kind of magic as a whole. And it is concerning. If you would mind,
Are you as... Go ahead.
I would like you to look into it, both what kinds of magic they seem to be able to create, how they're doing it, anything and everything.
And what should I do once I do find out? Do I do something about it, or do I just report back to you?
Report it at one of your meetings. And as a the right hands as a whole will decide what to do with it.
Very well.
This is a council designed to help the world. Thus, it will be up to all of you to make the decisions.
Alright. You understand?
Well, you will be able to contact me if you require so, and I will be able to contact you. For now, you are free to either stay here or traverse back to your home on the mortal plane.
Cordelia would nod and say, I believe I was in the middle of some studying when this all took place. I think I would like to go back to that.
Yeah. Also, you may add, all of you, you can add plane shift as a spell. You are able to cast plane shift at will. Right hands are able to traverse between, the primordial plane and the mortal plane as they want to. No questions asked. Alright?
Yep.
So you get to add plane shift, because that allows you to pop between realms as you see fit. Alright. Fudge. Threshnell?
Yep, sorry.
Do you want to talk to your deity, or...
Sure.
Alright. You find yourself in the elemental realm of poison, which is this endless shifting desert of gray sand and green energy. Just kind of walking. Do you have anything you want? Do you want to open or?
Wait, is it here? Or am I just in the desert?
You are in the primordial realm of poison, so it is a desert.
It's a desert. Okay.
You're
I
not.
should probably look for where the big scorpion is.
You are walking alongside the big scorpion.
Oh. Oh, okay. I have to ask just one thing. Why me? There's a bajillion other people like me out there.
You fit best what we needed. A high
Am I
caliber
allowed to ask
assassin.
what that is?
We watched.
And
Oh, sorry.
go for it. What exactly do you need assassinated?
We will point out targets along the mortal plane and the primordial plane. You will be simply eliminate your marks and collect information as you see fit. The more
Sorry, you
the more
said-
information you have on mortals and the workings of the world, the better we can either manipulate those things to our advantage or guide them. It really depends on your perspective.
that's fair. What would you expect me as a mortal to kill on the primordial plane exactly?
Well, considering you're no longer mortal. Any number of things. Large beasts, creatures that are causing problems, so on and so forth. But don't worry. I don't suppose you'll have to deal with those for a while yet. Right now, it would be best to get to know both the plane and your new abilities. And then, once the next meeting arrives, we can decide what to do from there.
All right then. How do I get out of here?
Concentrate. Open your mind and think of where you want to go.
All right, he's gonna go back to where he was before.
The energy of the primordial plane shifts around you, and you find yourself back in the real world, standing atop the same roof that you were before.
He's immediately gonna just start patting down all his clothing and shaking everything out to make sure there's no scorpions in there.
I'm gonna make a fate roll. There's no scorpions.
I'm free
For the moment.
for the moment. Is that how he's gonna be teleported back every time?
Not necessarily. Most of the time, you'll either just get a summons from your deity or whatnot. But if they really can't get a hold of you, yes. You will be scorpioned back into the primordial plane.
All right.
And, yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end off.